My lovers, welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's staying safe. And as we're about to talk about that, as I mentioned that, I want you to keep in your prayers part of our soul fam patients who lost her pops to COVID-19. Okay, so just, ask that she be surrounded with love, ask that she be strengthened by spirit during this time. What else? Well, I'm having a COVID-19 birthday. The 5th of the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, is my birthday. So that's next week. I will be having a DJ Made for Love session on that day at 12 noon. So I guess we'll cut a cake. I'll play some music for you guys. I'll do some free readings for you guys. And my parents say they're also going to log in. And that's going to be the first time that they see my channel. Ah! So we have to be on our best behavior. Okay? All right. So there's that. The other thing is on this journey, now we are soul, we are spirit, having a human experience. And we're meant to immerse ourselves in this human experience, in this 3D experience, in order to gain the lessons that we need to learn and in order to transmute karma. Right? How am I doing? Yeah. In order to transmute karma, okay? Sorry, I'm going to stop this because I'm going to lose my line of thought. So we're meant to immerse ourselves in this 3D experience. But whilst we're immersing ourselves in this 3D experience, we must not forget what is the main goal behind this 3D experience, which is our soul ascension and the transmutation of karma. I say that because I'm recognizing now, like after this weekend, that my heart has been closed. And that's because I didn't want to feel the enormity of what I was feeling. The love, the pain, the grief, the loss, everything that was connected to this experience. I mean, the powerful connection I have to spirit. I didn't want to feel it all. It was like too intense, and I felt like it would overwhelm me. It would crush me. I guess I was trying to protect myself. But what I realized this weekend is that the best way to protect your heart is to open it. And that is to be in full recognition of everything that is happening, both 3D and 5D, to accept that and to make decisions based on that. Decisions that are grounded in self-love, right? Because no matter what our soulmate or karmic partner or twin flame is doing, know that whatever they're doing it ultimately from a place of the highest love possible. And what made me recognize that I got this message that I needed to go all the way back to when I first learned about this journey. And there was this book that I was reading, and I didn't even finish the book, and it was called Twin Flame Code Breaker. And I read it back this weekend. I'm not finished. And I couldn't even get past like the dedication, because this is what she says. And this really put me back in my heart space. It says, "To my twin flame, thank you for sharing the gift of unconditional love by choosing the heavier karmic load so that I could align with my divine mission and find personal freedom during this lifetime. May you find personal freedom, inner peace and happiness, always and forever. Follow your heart, live your brightest dreams." So know that the soul contract that we have with them was for them to carry the heavier karmic load so that we would step into our divine mission sooner than they do and lead the way. So it doesn't mean that we have to be in contact with them. It doesn't mean we have to reach out to them and compromise ourselves, especially if they might be still toxic or they're still vibing low. But it does mean that they are doing work on our behalf. They have given us this gift of unconditional love, because if it wasn't for them, we would not be awake. We would not know that we had to love ourselves. So it doesn't mean being a doormat for them. It doesn't mean being in contact with them. It doesn't mean being with them. We could just be friends or nothing at all. But just know that this is the work that they're doing And energetically, if they're doing this work for us, then energetically we can at least support them and send good vibes, and really release the resentment and the pain that sometimes we may feel, and really bring ourselves back into that unconditional love that we do have for them. Because underneath it all, underneath that feeling of hurt that we may feel, we always have that unconditional love for them, and they will always bring us joy, right? When we log into that, when we see their soul essence and recognize who they are beyond the ego. Okay, so that really put me back into my heart space. So I don't have to be in contact with my twin, but I can still support him energetically because he's doing work on our behalf. Okay, all right, so anyway, I just want to mention that. So let's get into the divine masculine reading. Okay, we're gonna get an energy, a significator for his energy. I'm getting so tongue-tied today. All right, and let's see what's going on with him. Okay, shame wanted to pop out, and that's a big thing with them. All right, so let's have a look. These cards are huge, guys. You know how big my fingers are. All right, so what we got here? We have intimacy. All right, let's see what's happening with this. What does Spirit want to tell us with this card? It says intimacy. So I'm getting this might be the lesson that they're learning right now. A quality of interpersonal connectedness and familiarity, emotional and empathetic between individuals, integral to psychosocial development. Intimacy's arch enemy is isolation. It's so weird because now that we're in isolation, this issue or this lesson is coming up. Interesting. It's characterized by fear of intimacy, resistance to self-disclosure, short-term relationships or longer relationships with others who also ensue intimacy. So again, we vibrate and attract what we are. So if you're afraid of intimacy, you're going to vibrate and attract people who are afraid of intimacy as well. Characterized by distancing techniques, defense mechanisms, emotional parsimony, meaningless sexual encounters. And then we also have intimacy, desperation, overcompensation. That sounds like us, DF. Relationships that move too quickly, inappropriate self-disclosure, neediness, clinginess, regrettable sexual encounters. So before our twin gave us this gift of unconditional love for ourselves, a lot of us were vibing in distorted feminine energy. It is their awakening that brought us into the Empress energy. So let's pull some cards on this. And the card actually says, don't push my dear. So I think this is our message today. Don't push my dear. He has problems with intimacy. So I think that is our message. But I'm still going to pull some cards on it to see what additional message Spirit wants to say. So this is a time to really like pull back your energy. It's not a time to push for anything because there's still shadow work that's being done. Okay. All right, let's see. What does Spirit want us to know? We have the King of Swords. So that's confirming for me that this is the truth. It's an intimacy issue. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. We have the Six of Swords reversed. And we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is, I think this is the lesson that DM is learning right now. It's about knowing who you are, your core essence, and then speaking that truth and being your authentic self, right? And part of acknowledging who you are is really getting in touch with your emotions. And I think DM is realizing that he's not happy. We have the Ten of Cups reverse. He's not happy. He's not moving on away from the situation in which he's not happy, right? He wants to take action here. We see that he wants to take action. He wants to follow his heart. But this inner core wounding, this fear of intimacy is what's keeping him back. So we see somebody who wants to communicate. They want to be their authentic self. They want to set those healthy boundaries with the people in their life, right? Because they're not happy. But this fear of intimacy, this fear of self-disclosure, letting people see who you really are inside, is what's keeping him back right now. It's what's blocking him off from love. So I'm going to kind of block off love right with that, because that's what's blocking love right now. All right, so let's see what's happening with him spiritually. Okay, so this is our Metal King reading, Divine Masculine reading. What's happening spiritually with Metal King right now? And we call him Metal King because this is what he identified himself as the first time we used this deck to do a reading. All right, so let's see. Let's get a few cards. Spiritually, what's happening? Spiritually, we have the High Lady of Love and Compassion. We have reverence, kindness, and consideration. Now, this is how he is seeing you as right now. Something very magical, right? You are something very magical that has come into his life, and he sees you full of love and compassion, because Lord knows there's been a lot of water under the bridge, and it's not all his shit. We both have baggage, right? You guys both have baggage, right? But he's seeing you as the High Lady of Love and Compassion. I'm really getting like, he's put you on a pedestal. He's put you on a pedestal. I know this is what emphasizes to them that they're not good enough. What we have here about the illustrator. I usually leave these cards into talk about abundance. So what I'm getting here is like he's trying to manifest a new beginning for himself. He's trying to manifest something creative in the material world. It's some kind of idea that Spirit has given him. It's an intuitive idea, and he's trying to ground this to the material world. I'm going to pull a card on that and see what that is. Right? Gaia's God, and it says fruition. It's abundance. Reaping what you sow. So what I'm also getting at is that some of them, they are being shown their shadow. And because that's a card number 18. 18 is about the moon. That's about shadow work. And then 80 reduced to 9. So that's about the self. So they're recognizing their own shadow. You've mirrored that back to them. And also if they're with a karmic, that karmic has also mirrored their toxicity back to them as well. Let's see why we have this illustrated card. What is this inspiration that they're getting from Spirit? All right, so Spirit is letting them know, has let them know, listen, you have to acknowledge the truth that's in your heart, and that is you are not happy. So they're acknowledging that. So what do they do about that now? Right? They're acknowledging that they're not happy, but at the same time, and Spirit is trying to guide them to end some kind of cycle, but a lot of them are in resistance. They're in resistance. They've had this awakening. They're seeing things clearly, but a lot of them, they're still kind of in resistance here. Let's get another card. Yeah. They're kind of shrugging off the enlightenment. So Spirit has given them a lot of inspiration, and a lot of them, they're acknowledging that they aren't happy wherever they're at, but at the same time, they're being resistant about everything. And it's because as well, they're thinking about the 3D world. Monetary losses, maybe their reputation taking a hit in the public domain, that kind of thing. That's what's keeping them back. Let's get some more cards. We have the Dream Walker, dreams, the collective good, illusions, and it's a card number 8. I do think that they are getting some communication from Spirit, because 8 is also like the 8 of Wands, right? And that's about communication with Spirit, right? Spirit communication. So I am getting that Spirit is communicating them, especially through the dream state, and they are getting a lot of intuitive hits about the collective and the path that they're meant to be on. But a lot of them are also staying in illusion. The illusion, built around this karmic, if they're in a karmic relationship, built around the karmic relationship, or karmic family members and that kind of thing. We have the resting trees, and I think this is what he's doing right now. I'm really going to ground, trying to get grounded, really going deep within. I'm getting hermit vibes from this, right? Because they're really trying to figure out what is their next move. They're not trying to be impulsive. They're trying to find enlightenment, but they're taking their time because they don't want to make a wrong move at this point in time. So we have a lot of cards about grounding right now. Yeah. And then we have the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. So I think that they're thinking about you, and they're recognizing that you are their mirror. You've mirrored back to them a lot of things without even judging them. You've mirrored them back to them, their toxicity, and they're really seeing themselves quite clearly. They're just trying to figure out, okay, what do I do with this information now? How do I manifest something more solid in my life? And this is also a card number 8, okay? And 8 is also the card of strength. And we have a card number 22, so they're also focusing on the intimate relationships in their life and how they can really ground them and really manifest something stable. I just keep getting manifest something stable because there's been a lot of instability in their life up till now. All right, let's see their emotional well-being. We're going to go into the emotional intelligence deck. What's their emotional well-being like? Let's get 4 cards. We have stalemate energy. Yeah, so they're not making any moves, right? We're going to find out why. We have yearning. So wherever they are, there's something that's missing. There's something that's missing. But they're not doing anything about it. We have victim mode, right? So they're in victim consciousness. So they're the victim in everything. It's either the karmic partner's fault, it's the divine feminine energy's fault. They're not taking accountability for the part or the role that they might have played in the situation that they're in. And then we also see desperate, right? So let's pull some cards on these and see why Spirit gave us these energies. All right, so Spirit, why are they in this stalemate energy? They are in this stalemate energy because for some of them, they're refusing to go deep within. What I got this morning when I was doing some channeling, it's like for a lot of them, they have drilled down to the core wound. Remember, we're like layers, like an onion. I'm getting that they're at the heart of the onion yet. And the strength that it's going to take to peel back that last layer and address their core wound, whether it's sexual abuse or abandonment or neglect or severe physical abuse, whatever it is, they don't want to face that just yet. This is what's holding up the session. They don't want to face it. And that's what's causing this stalemate, right? Part of them is telling, listen, you need to trust your intuition. Do it, right? This is going to set you free. And the other part of them is resisting looking at themselves. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see the truth about their dysfunctional childhood. They don't want to see the truth of their immaturity. They don't want to see it. Confirmation, right? And that's what has them in this stalemate. That last leg of the journey, that last bit of wounding that they need to face. They don't want to face it. So they stay here yearning for more. Yeah. We have them 2 of Wands reverse. They want to make a decision. They want to choose a path, right? But for a lot of them, whatever karmic debts that they have, it keeps them magnetized. Whatever wounding that they have, it keeps them rooted to the spot. For a lot of them, they're also losing hope. So they stay where they are, just yearning instead of coming back and offering some kind of apology or making some kind of offer or just, coming out of their comfort zone. Right? They want to be happy. They want to be happy. They know that where they are, that's not happiness. But the strength that it's going to take for them to step into their power and really face that core wound, they don't have it as yet. So they remain in victim mode. Okay? Heartbroken, right? So somebody has broken their heart. You've broken their heart, DF. Probably karmic has broken their heart. Their family members have broken their heart. But they're not taking accountability for the things that may have done. Remember, it takes 2. One hand can't clap. Okay? One hand can't clap. Right? So we see them here. They may also have secrets as well. Yeah. They're feeling left out in the cold. They're not talking to anyone. They're giving people the silent treatment. They're in victim mode. Spirit is trying to urge them to heal their heart and gain the higher perspective, but they just waffle back and forth. Not sure what path to take, or rather, refusing to commit to a particular path, right? So they continue to walk that tightrope. But why are they desperate though? Because they know they have to make a decision. Okay, I think they're very conflicted at this time, and I think they're very defensive, right? Part of them wants to fight for your connection, and the other part of them wants to resist this transformation, because this transformation is going to take a lot from them, and it's asking them to release a lot of things that they enjoy, especially the material world. Okay. Alrighty, so that's them emotionally. What's happening in their life right now? Let's have a look. So a lot of resistance. They know they're not happy, but you know what? They'd rather stay unhappy in their comfort zone than to launch off into the great unknown. And that's, I've been doing a lot of private readings, and it's a collective experience. They are in resistance right now. This is the ego fighting back. Once the ego feels threatened, because remember they're that last leg of that healing. Once the ego feels threatened, it's going to fight back. So this is what we're seeing here. It's a pushback. So what's happening in their life? We have journey, right? And it's a card number 10. So things are slowly ending to make way for a new beginning, but they are in resistance. And we get this card every time. What we have main female, okay, a card number 2. So this could be their intimate partner, but this is usually my divine feminine, this card. I have a karmic partner card in this card, in this deck, right? We have marriage. So for a lot of you, they might actually be married or in a high level commitment. And then we have courtship, okay? So let's have a look at what's going on here. Let us deconstruct these cards and see what's happening. Spirit, what is this journey here? What's this about? All right, so it looks like they want to release some kind of toxicity in their life, or they're being guided to or pushed to release some kind of codependency. This could be an addiction. This could be an intimate partner. This could be karmic family members. Okay, Spirit is pushing them to walk away. Okay, this is what they're being guided to do, to walk away. This is what they want to do, but they still continue to hold on to this karmic cycle, and this is what's blocking their total awakening right now. Okay, let's get one more card. Right? Yeah, they're refusing to let go. It's been pain, it's been betrayal, it's been heartbreak, but they're refusing to let go, even though Spirit is telling them, walk away, walk away. What's this main female about? Okay, so we have the Hangman in reverse. All right, so Spirit is guiding them to take action on this main female. And this is my divine feminine card, right? To take action, right? Come out of that hangman mode, break that stalemate, and manifest a new beginning. But they're not doing it. They're not doing it. They're not doing it, right? They want to make a solid offer to this Empress, but they're not doing it. No communication, right? They're not doing it. What's this marriage card? Yeah. So what they are doing, it looks like there is some kind of truth that's coming into DM right now, right? And that's making him very guarded. So he was in resistance, not making this move, and it looks like Spirit has brought some kind of truth. Some truth has come rushing in to this relationship that DM is in, and it's making him very guarded, and this is what's pushing him into this magician's energy. Okay, this is what's making him see things clearly. So there's some kind of truth that's going to be revealed if it hasn't been revealed already, and that's what's going to push him to finally stand in his Emperor energy and, you know, step into his strength. Let's see if we can find out what this truth is. Spirit, in one card, what is this truth that's going to come in? That he needs to move on, but why? What's going to be said? God, Spirit, why are you not telling us? Why are you not telling us? Somebody's going to realize where the happiness lies. Also getting a message here about a child. Look. We keep getting that message. There's a message here about a child. or some truth about somebody's childhood that's going to be revealed. We keep getting that message, don't we? So whereas DM was previously stuck, it looks like he's going to be making a move to end this. But there's some kind of thing about a child or somebody's childhood that's going to be revealed, that's going to make him manifest a new beginning. What's going on with this courtship card? Yeah, an end to conflict. What's this? Yeah, there's some kind of secret that's going to be revealed. We keep getting that message. Okay? There's a secret that's going to be revealed. Something that was hidden is now going to come to the light. And it's going to come to the light intuitively. Something that was hidden is going to... Okay, yes, somebody was juggling. And that's what's going to make DM take action. Okay, so the thing is, yeah, totally stressed out and depressed. Somebody's going to find out that somebody in this connection, in a karmic connection, was juggling, and that's what's going to push them to manifest a new beginning. And just before I put back the cards, I saw it. It's the karmic. So there's going to be some message that the karmic was juggling, and there's something about a child. There's something about a child that's going to be revealed, and that's what's going to make him manifest a new beginning. All right. So in terms of DF, when he thinks about DF and thinks about the connection between you guys, let me see my time. Good timing. Where is his head at? All right, not taking this leap of faith, feeling kind of foolish, right? Because he's thinking about, for some of you guys, there was a betrayal. They're not happy, still very magnetized towards you, but they see, these DMs have seen you. You've turned their back on them. That's what they think it looks like. All right, so heart, headspace where you are concerned, DF. What's the headspace? We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo energy. We have the Four of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have the Star, Aquarius energy. And we have the Knight of Swords, okay, Gemini energy. So what am I getting here? I'm getting that somebody's feeling is being pushed by a spirit to speak their truth, right? To be their authentic self, no matter how it comes out, because, you know, the Knight of Swords, he's a Gemini. You know, when Gemini speak their truth, they don't give a fuck, right? So they're being pushed to speak this truth, right? To bring some kind of truth to you. And because they really want to mend the situation with you guys. They want to heal the situation. They see you guys as a star, right? And you have some kind of healing energy that they feel, right? So they want to heal the situation. They really want to manifest this new beginning between you guys, but they're not ready to take action just yet. They're doing a lot of healing, okay? And they feel like they don't have enough to give to you, or they're not able to make you any kind of solid offers right now for whatever reason. So let's pull some cards on that. This is also the card of overthinking, okay? So this is overthinking. This is also depression, because that's a negative aspect of Virgo. Let's see. Yeah, their woundedness and their insecurities make them feel like they're not good enough, right? They're also thinking about the sneaky behavior from the past, and this is what also makes them not take action, okay? What's this Four of Swords? Yeah, they're healing, and Spirit is pushing them to take a leap of faith, right? They want to be in that Fool's energy and make you a solid offer, right? But they're healing right now. They're healing themselves. They're learning to love themselves. We have this Nine of Cups, but they're also recognizing as they start loving themselves, they're also recognizing that you were a wish come true. You were total wish fulfillment. They're realizing that now. That is the truth that's rushing into them, that they're integrating as well, right? They're seeing things clearly now. And then we have this Knight of Swords again. So there's a lot of truth that's being revealed, to them right now, and they're feeling like they have to come forward and at least speak their truth to you. All right, so if this is resonating with you guys, join me in Extended, and we're going to look at DM's heart space energy for DF. And we're going to look at what DM might be hiding. And we're going to look at what is blocking this connection, or what's blocking union at this point in time. We're going to get some messages from his 3D self, from his 5D self, potential actions towards you by the end of the month. And then we're going to get some advice from Spirit. I'm going to ask my new deck, the Ask Your Guides Oracle cards. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes. Those of you who have gone further onto video and Patreon, thank you so much. And for those of you who have been clicking on the ads I play during the reading, thank you very much. That's beautiful energy exchange. Okay guys, so join me in the Extended if you can. If not, stay safe. Have a good day. Okay, bye.